Two cars here at Mercedes. To my left, I have the 2025 entry-level GLE 350, and we're comparing it over to the second car, the entry-level GLS 450. And both are 4MATIC, and maybe you're looking for a 5-passenger or an option 6 or 7-passenger SUV. Well, stay tuned. Keep watching this video here at Vagabond Builds. We're going to dive in and not waste your guys' time. Just don't forget to like and subscribe, please. We truly need your guys' support. A quick shout out to Envision Motors, Mercedes here in Rockland, California, for providing us these beautiful cars for this walk around review. And if you got something for us to film, here's our email below. Email us, so we'll talk details later. Now let's dive in and show you guys the differences and similarities of both SUVs. Well, we are going to start with the smaller brother, the GLE 350. Now, there are a plethora of trims, 7 total trims in the GLE 350. You have the option of getting a rear-wheel drive and an all-wheel drive in the GLE 350. This being the 4MATIC, it also has the 2.0-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine paired together with the 9-speed automatic transmission. Well, you do have an option of oomping that engine over to a 3.0-liter 6-inline if you go higher on the trim spectrum, okay? And of course, your horsepower gets a little bit higher too. Well, we're gonna stick in focus on the 2.0-liter. This MPG is going to be 19 city, 26 high with the 22.5 gallon gas tank size. Dimensions on this exact GLE 350. Starting with the length is going to be 194 inches in length, 77 inches in width, 71 inches in height with a 118-inch wheelbase. Well, that's quite a bit smaller than the GLS 450. Well, the GLS 450 comes in standard opening with the 3.0-liter 6-inline turbocharged engine, 9-speed automatic transmission, 375 horsepower, 369 pounds-feet of torque. Does come 4MATIC, as I mentioned, but MPG is 19 cities, same exact city, 24 highway, 2 less on the highway, 23.8 gallon gas tank size, but dimensions completely change. 205 inches in length, 9 inches longer, 72 inches in width, and 80 inches in height, being a bit taller on the height as well. Let's go ahead and start talking front ends. Well, front ends, as you guys can see, completely different. We kind of have a smaller front end here on the GLE. Headlight system is completely different, as we have the LED high performance to where we have the LED projector headlight on the GLS. You're going to get a bit more luxury on the GLS. I'm going to mention that right off the bat, all right? Now, headlights, as you guys can tell, the design is completely different. Dropping down bumper fascias. Now, I want to mention to you guys something, that both these vehicles do come with the AMG line package added on top. So we tried to compare as close as possible. Well, the bumper fascias are going to be slightly different, but still resemble. You can tell they're of the same family. Here on the bezel area with the high gloss black trim, with the live air vent here on the corner of the GLE. The GLS has an extra air vent here with that matte black plastic mid grill coming all the way over to that live brake vent, okay? As well as the grills, completely different on the grills, the designs and the size and shape of the grills, as well as the designs with the emblems here, as well as there in the center. We got more trim here. Dropping down, lower trims on the bumper fascias, completely different with the color schemes. Chrome on the GLE, when we got the night package on the GLS, okay? Moving forward, side are going to resemble a lot, okay? Painted wheel well trims. Rims are going to be different. These are 22-inch added AMG rims on the GLS, 285, 45, 22, and that's a Continental Eco Contact with the machine surface silver, high gloss black, and we have the drilled rotors. Suspension system on the GLS does come standard air ride, to where on the GLE, we don't have standard air ride suspension. We do have a 275, 45, 21, and that is a Pirelli Scorpion Zero all-season tire. There's a 275, 45, 21, and the suspension system is shock spring strut suspension. Over to the side mirrors, exactly the same on the side mirrors. Blinker integration, blind spot assist with the 360 panoramic camera. Different colors. This does have the night package, so black comes on the side mirror. This has the same color as the vehicle. Matte black plastic here, matte black plastic here. Smart access keyless fob entry, same exact handles. The front doors are the exact same. If we shoot over to the rear doors now, rear doors are going to be different, as you guys can tell here, all right, and versus here, complete different shape, all right. Now, if we come over to the rear, looking up top, the roof rails go all the way to the back on the GLS. It's going to be longer as compared over to the GLE. Roof rails are shorter because the car is completely shorter. And look at your quarter panel glasses. complete different to where this connects to your tailgate. The GLS has the quarter panel in between, so the C-pillar back here separates that quarter panel glass. Coming over to the rear end, complete different rear end. You have kind of more of a turtle-y shaped or curved off shape here on the GLE. On the 4MATIC, we got the spoiler, brake light, privacy glass wiper, and the backup camera is over the Envision Motors license plate. Bumper fascias, pretty much similar to one another. The exhaust tips are fake exhaust tips because those exhausts are tucked under the vehicle. Over to the GLS, as you guys can see, just more boxy look here, giving you more of kind of a family vibe back here, fitting more things in the cargo area. Spoiler is a different shape as well as the brake light. Privacy glass is more upright, wiper for that glass. The tail lights are different design, but they do both come full LED tail lights with the hazards and the backup lights, as you guys can see. Okay, over to the scuff plate, we got a chrome scuff plate here on the GLS, but the bumper fascia do resemble each other quite a bit, right? Those are fake exhaust tips as well. On the GLS, they are tucked under the vehicle. Let's go ahead and open up cargo. Now starting with the GLE, the smaller brother. Cargo with the second row seat up. Let's give you those numbers. It's going to be 33 cubic feet of space, dropping that second row seat down, 75 cubic feet of space maximum, okay? If we go ahead and show you guys a little bit, got a spare tire, a lot of room down here, as well as a 12-volt outlet here on the passenger side. Some tie downs here in the corner of each of the cargo, and your soft yellow light. The way you're gonna drop these seats are going to be the button here on the shoulder area. You can also make this just a 20%er as well, okay? If we come over to the GLS, let's talk cargo numbers there. Cargo numbers on the GLS is 17 cubic feet of space with the third row seat up, 49 cubic feet of space with the third row seat down, and maximum 85 cubic feet of space with that third row seat and the second row seat down. Let's go ahead and show you guys. You got a control unit here for the third row. You can control that up and down, as well as your air ride adaptive suspension. You can drop it and pick it up from back here. A 12-volt outlet back here as well. And then we come over to the left-hand side and we can use these control buttons here to drop the second row seatings as well, right? What's under this mat? We have the spare tire as well as some more cubby room. So shout out to Mercedes for keeping their spare tires. We know a lot of manufacturers are getting rid of those. And let's go ahead and pick up these seats and show you guys just a little bit about the control system. Very cool and convenient. This is actually probably one of my favorite parts of the cargo areas. Now that we're done with the powertrains, showing you guys a quick look of exterior versus the other exterior and the cargos, let's show you guys interiors. Before we continue with this video, if you find yourself in the Sacramento, California, or the greater Sacramento area like Rockland, Roseville, Elk Grove, and many other cities, if you need a passenger van rental for the friends and the family for the fun activities such as San Francisco, Napa Valley Wine Country, Yosemite, Lake Tahoe, Yellowstone, and many other places, use the link in the description below and rent from Vagabond Van Rentals. We also deliver. Thanks, guys. Let's go ahead and continue with this video. Now sitting first in the GLE, well, let's talk some front end of that cabin area. Well, the GLE and the GLS, I have to say, literally pretty much almost look the same with the two front seats, forward the dashboard, the center console, and all that stuff. Let's do a quick look. But before we do that, that door here, they do have the soft closing option to add on to the GLE and the GLS in this video. Also illuminated door sill plates. The seating surfaces do come grainy leather perforation, as well as heated and ventilated in both vehicles. In front, we have ambient lighting, piano black trims with ambient lighting on the door panels, the dashboard, as well as the center console, under the seats, in the second row seatings, and all around this vehicle. Over to the infotainment screen, wanted to show you guys this pretty much exact tech and interface in both of the vehicles. Show you guys the navigation. This is what it looks like. As well as if we go ahead and go home, show you guys the camera system, exact camera system on both as well. And you do have the smartphone integration with Bluetooth and Sirius XM. Let's slide over to the right. You got the media comfort, very responsive. You have the off-road options, settings, and the devices. I want to show you guys also the dynamic. This is exactly the same in GLE and GLS. Individual, sport, comfort, eco, off-road. And if we drop down, we have the same exact setup with the air vents, the dual climate controls, and the hard buttons, as well as the wireless charging pad, USB-C plugins, cup holders, and both key fobs look exactly the same. The controls for that infotainment screen, you can control them from the hard button and the touch sensitive pad here, as well as mess around with your Navi and your radio and all that good stuff. You have the palm rester here, a little cubby room here, and center console with the USB-C plug-in, removable tray. Literally, they are pretty much almost exactly the same. Over to the driver cockpit cluster display screen. Go ahead and control that from the steering wheel. On the left-hand side, we go ahead and go home. You can mess around with the themes of that. Let's go ahead and just show you guys one theme. You can make it navigation. There you go. Or you could go back to the classic theme and so forth. You have the cruise control, you have the crash warnings, voice control, and telephone control. You could also mess around with that infotainment screen. Paddle shifters for the 9-speed Geartronic transmission. Your lever here for your transmission. Lever here for your windshield wipers and your signal lights. Further left is going to be your lighting system. On the door panel itself, you get the heated and ventilated seats. Controls to your seatings to move them front, back, controls the backrest, the leg rest, and all these things. Memory seatings, handle with the window switches and the side mirror switches, and the tailgate lift button. Up top, we got a manual visor. This is probably going to be a big difference. In the GLS, you have that full panoramic glass that goes all the way over to the second row seating. Tilt slide moonroof option, but this is just a front row thing in the GLE, okay? You do have the option of getting it in the GLE if you have a higher trim or you want to add it on. All right, and a frameless rear view mirror with garage door openers. Now let's shoot over to GLE second row seating, then the GLS. Now second row seating, everyone. No perforation back here, so we lose the perforation. We do have an armrest and cup holders. This is where you're gonna see a lot of difference, because in the GLS, you have a 3-row versus a 2-row, and the GLS does come with the captain chairs, okay? You also have the option in the GLS to get the bench seat, so keep that in mind. In front, here on the GLE, hardback on the front seats with the mesh pockets, completely different here, as well as the air vents, USB-C plugins. In the GLS, you get the quad zone climate control. Here in the GLE, you don't get that, okay? So just a dual zone climate control. Up top, your O-snap handles and your reading lights. Now we're done with the GLE. Let's shoot over to the GLS. So front row seating of the GLS. Remember I told you guys it's almost exactly the same? Well, I wasn't joking. I just want to point out some minute differences with the front row area. The door sill plates are pretty much the same with the soft closing doors, but if we come over to the covers or the inserts on the seats, we do have a little bit more plush feel on the seats, as well as less perforation. You don't get perforation here on the GLS, as well as you get more cross stitching on the GLE than you do on the GLS. So the GLS does look like a softer seat, and it does feel like a softer seat. Now, they do come heated and ventilated in the GLS as well. In front, we have the same design with regards to the trim, the ambient lighting system. Come over to the infotainment screen. Again, pretty much the same exact setup interface. I'm not going to spend much time here. You have the same exact design here. Would say one difference is the heads-up display. The GLS did get the heads-up display in the entry level. Come over to the air vents. Air vents, 4 air vents. We got the controls exactly the same. Wireless charging pad, USB-C plugins, cup holders, and the key fobs. Controls to your pad here for your control unit on your infotainment screen, and then the center console, USB-C with a removable tray, pretty much resemble each other. One thing that's big difference is, see this big knob here, this little cylinder. This is to control your adaptive air ride suspension on decreasing and increasing the ride height, okay? Up top, huge difference. Remember I told you guys about the electric visor, panoramic sunroof or moonroof, huge tilt slide moonroof option. This thing is massive. All right, goes all the way over to the second row seating. We're gonna stop that to not waste the time in the video. In front, frameless rear view mirror with the garage door openers, pretty much exactly the same. Then we come over to the driver cockpit cluster display screen, literally pretty much exactly the same. All right, we got the high gloss black trim going across, paddle shifters, and the levers are exactly the same. Over to the left-hand side of the steering column, same lighting system, and then we come over to the door panel, exactly the same. Now that we're done with the front side, let's shoot over to the second and third row. Second row seating, this is the biggest difference from here on back. Why? Because of the captain chairs, you get the armrest. The difference in look on the seating surfaces, we get perforation on the second row, as well as in front. Check that out. High gloss black trim, ambient lighting. We didn't get that in the GLE, as well as the hardback covers. In the GLE, they were mesh, all right? We also, here in the center, cup holders for the second row. Oh, let me turn this off so it doesn't bother you guys. All right. Quad zone climate control with the air vents, and your USB-C plugins are plugged in here. On the door panels, we got the controls for those captain chairs here as well. We also have air vents on the B pillars. Big thing too, you're getting more vents back here. I have to say, for the legroom and the head clearance, I'm 6 feet 2 inches. Don't forget, it's there on the second row. But again, guys, remember, this is 3 rows. So now let's go ahead and show you guys the third passenger seating area. Now, ways to control these seats. There's a red belt. You drop it, you pull this and it drops his backrest, as well as to control them with the door panel controls. You also have a switch here to bunny hop this seat forward so your third row passengers can get back there. Now, I don't find this really convenient, as it takes a lot, and even when you got to place it back, it takes quite a while. So I see myself using the aisleway more than the bunny hopping feature. Over to the third row, there's only 2 seats back here, and it is completely claustrophobic back here, I might say. Check this out. My legs are touching the back of that second seat, and my hair, actually, I'm clear on the head clearance, okay? In between the right and the left of these, on the right and the left of the seats back here, we get 2 USB-C plugins on each side, a cup holder, and a little square-shaped cubby for your personal belongings. Now, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys like this comparison video and it helped you guys out on which one you guys would choose with regards to the GLE or the GLS. Now, as we like to do at Vagabond Builds, we like to drop those MSRP stickers first to the GLE. Here's the MSRP sticker coming in at around $64,000. And here's the GLS coming in at around $89,000. Now, that's another big part, is the price tags that's going to differ on which one you get, okay? Hopefully you guys like this car review. Don't forget to like and subscribe at Vagabond Builds with James and Sandy. Check out our other car reviews. Thank you and God bless.